Congressman Schiff, we start with you. What are your thoughts as you see this? I guess it's a spectacle that's running a little bit behind, but expected to take place in Mar-a-Lago today.
Well, I think the key takeaway for me is January 6th began well before that last presidential election. The road to January 6th was paved with these lies that began months ahead of time as Donald Trump was essentially laying the foundation to challenge the upcoming election by saying that it was going to be plagued with fraud, that millions of undocumented people were going to be voting, that ballots cast by mail were going to be inherently fraudulent. All of this was a total lie. But it is what laid the seed in American public opinion for his challenge after he lost the election. Flash forward to today, he's doing the same thing, but the stakes are so much higher. The stakes for Trump are higher. The stakes for the country are higher. The stakes are higher for him because the only thing that may end up keeping him out of jail, in his view, is can he get himself back in a position of power to thwart these prosecutions? So for him, this could be life or death, jail or no jail. For the country, if he was willing to go to the length of inciting a violent attack to try to overturn the last election, you can imagine the lengths he would go in the next one. This will be a pivotal moment in our history. It will be determinative of what kind of democracy, if a democracy, we have going forward.
Congressman, Liz Cheney describes the speaker as a collaborator and an architect. Do you see him that way? And what do you make of his pilgrimage today to Mar-a-Lago?
I do. You know, at one level, you might think, okay, Johnson needs to capitulate to Trump because he needs Trump's help to maintain his speakership. He may be challenged by this crazy motion from Marjorie Taylor Greene next week for the cardinal sin of supporting aid for Ukraine. So at one level, you can say he's ready to capitulate. But the reality is, as you were pointing out at the outset, this is not a sacrifice for Mike Johnson. He was one of the election liars, one of the election deniers the last time around. He doesn't need to be pushed to do this. This is naturally where he's inclined. For Mike Johnson, notwithstanding his protestations of being a person of conviction, his real conviction is the ends always justify the means. The ends justify, that is, a Trump presidency justifies any means, including lying about the election. His retention of his speakership justifies any means necessary. So this suits both of their interests. It's not a leap of faith for Mike Johnson. It's a consistent attack on our elections in the headlong pursuit of power.
Congressman, Basil Michael said on this program that he's literally traveling to the scene of the other crimes, right? Classified documents, some of the nation's most sensitive state secrets were stashed in bathrooms behind toilets and other places at Mar-a-Lago. What do you make of the fact that you know, and again, I'm so influenced by the investigation that the January 6th Select Committee conducted, the fact that this time it's all happening in full view. I mean, some of the evidence that the committee unearthed was that Trump, in a phone call with Donahue and Rosen at DOJ, said, just declare the election fraudulent and our allies in Congress will do the rest. Now there's a press event to talk about election. It's all happening in full view. What should concern all of us about that?
You know, that evidence that you pointed to that we brought out in the January 6th committee, when Trump is on the phone with these top Department of Justice officials and he's going through that litany of false claims of fraud, and they're saying, no, that's not true. There's no there, that's BS. And his response is, just say the election was fraudulent and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman. It was among the most damning testimony because it was a direct insight into Donald Trump's mind. That is, just lie, leave the rest to us. I know I can count on the Republicans in Congress to do what I want, to cave, to implement my will. And with Speaker Johnson heading down there, the second time a speaker in trouble went to kiss the ring, we have a very public affirmation once again. The Republicans in Congress will do whatever Donald Trump wants, notwithstanding his multiple indictments, notwithstanding the abundant evidence of his guilt, notwithstanding returning to the scene of the crime or one of the crimes. they will do his will, because at the end of the day, and this is sadly, I think, what we learned in the last 6 or 8 years, for this GOP leadership under this cult of Donald Trump, nothing matters, not principle, not ethics, not morality, not right, not wrong, not Constitution. Power is all that matters.
Congressman Adam Schiff, thank you for starting us off this hour. It's great to see.